The creation of the internet has helped the world become a smaller place. In the olden days, people had to travel thousands of miles to have a conversation with someone else. But currently, this can be done easily at the click of a button and getting on a plane. Through transport, there were more diverse cultures. Not only transport was done easily, but also sharing of information was made much easier with the creation of the internet. The people were able to use the internet as a source for information, a place for entertainment, and to socialize with people all over the globe. This has allowed us to become more connected as a species. We are able to share and create ideas on a platform where everyone in the world can access. We have become a better world through the creation of the internet. The internet has provided us with social media, games, and a way to share the news. This level of transparency has allowed us to become more knowledgeable of the events that happen all over the world. There were around 1 billion internet users in the year of 2005. The amount of users on the world on the internet is constantly growing. Currently, there is around 3.5 billion internet users worldwide, nearly 3 times of that in 2005. This has allowed us to make the internet a platform for cultural diversity and also to share our ideas.
Most corporations and business are ruled by social media and internet. Social media makes the economy of America grow a lot. Social media is a media for connecting people together. There are many stores that advertise through social media. People these days use social media every day. For example, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. There are many ads on social media that we use every day. This is a great way to advertise your store or product. 78% of Americans use social media, and almost 2 billion people from around the world use social media in 2016. That means that 2 billion people are connected through the internet. Social media makes it easy to communicate and make people be more socialized by using email and texting. Using social media is can be a job and can make people know you better. For example, working through YouTube by making videos can make you lots of money. YouTube is the most popular way to publish your video with paying to upload it. YouTube make it easy for filmmaker like a lot because they don't need to pay to upload their videos. Social media is an easy way to drive action. By one click, you can donate your money, complete a poll, RSVP for an event, or signing up a petition to demonstrate your support to an app like Twitter. In the future, everything that is going to be published by government is going to be on social media because people aren't going to be on TV or radio or even reading the newspaper. People are just going to be on their phone and wait for the government to say, this allows people to hear more news from all around the world, making people to be more connected.
Video games are a big part of the internet. The internet is huge in bringing businesses and people together, and video games is seen as a huge part. It is estimated that 20% of the time on the internet is used when playing games. This shows how online games are becoming a huge part of the internet today. Looking at games economically, the gaming industry got an increase in income of 10%, which is way higher than at most other businesses. This data being in the US alone. A new study from Economists Incorporated reports that the video game industry added $4.95 billion to the US gross domestic product last year. Video games facilitate communication through their huge events and teamwork and Teamspeak/chat. In the League of Legends finals, the amount of fans that were there or watching online capped at 14 million people at once, coming from over 70 different countries. The total viewership for the tournament was of 360 million hours. This shows the sheer amount of people watching one thing, but also the diversity of the people watching that are all interested in that same thing. But that's not it. Video games can directly communicate to all others around the world with TeamSpeak and TeamChat. As long as you have a keyboard or microphone, you can easily share your ideas and opinions with others in the game and get direct feedback from those people. This allows cultures and traditions to spread to other people without you even meeting them in person. And that's not it. The gaming industry is increasing every day with thousands of people pitching in to have fun. You can see this through Dota 2's TI6 tournament. In the last year's TI5, the prize pool was 18 million, with 16 million of those being from real people supporting their teams. While this year's prize pool was 21 million, with 19 million being from the community. This is a great example of worldwide community pitching in for one greater goal.
The news has always been an integral part of globalization. News agencies were among the first organizations to operate and distribute information globally. This allowed people from other parts of the world to hear what was happening in a different part with just the read of a newspaper. This gave news agencies an international influence, and soon many countries had started news corporations to provide news for the citizens. The news is also a way for politicians to communicate with the citizens. In some cases, the news was subject to complete government ownership. The method of censorship does not help globalization and was only used in communist nations. When the internet arrived, this allowed people to be more connected, meaning people could access whatever they wanted and whenever they wanted. This increased globalization drastically as the world could know what was happening with just a quick Google search. Social media had the biggest impact on globalization regarding news. On Twitter, if an important event occurs, millions of people will be retweeting it, allowing people who normally never look at the news to be updated and feel more connected to the entire world. This has economically benefited news corporations. Instead of spending money on creating newspapers, companies can just tweet out news or write articles on a website. In the future, news will all be on social media. This will allow people to be well informed with the news because they will always be on social media. This will help news corporations to gain a huge international influence.